Welcome to Amir Shakil 5858, the War and Love Report. I am Amir Goodnam. Hawaii is beset tonight by hellish scenes of wildfires driven by a passing hurricane. So far, 6 people have been killed. Thousands of acres have burned across Maui, including parts of Lahaina town dating to the 1700s. Overnight, flames rimmed the horizon as high winds grounded firefighting helicopters. By day, amateur video showed plumes of smoke and homes and businesses destroyed in Lahaina. Some people ran into the sea to escape the flames. Others were flown out for treatment of burns. FBI agents have shot and killed a Utah man accused of making threats against President Biden. It happened early today in Provo, Utah, hours before the president was due to arrive in the state. The FBI says agents were trying to serve a search warrant at the home of Greg Robertson. He had posted that he was dusting off his sniper rifle ahead of the Biden visit. Days of downpours in northern Europe caused a partial dam burst in Norway today. Flooding had already put parts of the countryside underwater and prompted evacuations of more than 1,000 people. Elsewhere in Norway, overflowing rivers have swept away mobile phones, mobile homes and small buildings, and landslides have ravaged homes. A landslide victim said that it was like a massive machine, like a bulldozer that was sweeping everything away with it. When I looked out my window, I saw a pile of huge, muddy trees trunks that were laying right next to my house. There was a rescue team at my door right away. They had to find a big rock and break the glass of the door to get me out. In southern Europe, some 1,000 firefighters are batting fires. In Portugal, fueled by triple-digit temperatures, it's the region's third severe heat wave this summer. Leaders of 8 South American countries urge industrialized nations today to do more to preserve the Amazon rainforest, the world's largest. They have been meeting in Brazil at a regional climate summit. Today, Brazil's president called for wealthy states to protect the Amazon before it reaches a point of no return. Brazilian president says that it's not Brazil that needs money, it's not Colombia that needs money, it's not Venezuela. It's the nature that industrial development over 200 years has polluted that needs them to pay their share now for us to recompose part of what was damaged. It is nature that needs money and financing. Summit outcome has disappointed the environmental groups, and they said that the leaders have offered little in the way of concrete action. In Russia, authorities say a factory explosion killed 1 person and wounded 56 today, amid conflicting reports of a Ukrainian drone attack. It happened at an industrial site north of Moscow that makes optical and mechanical gear for the Russian forces. Security camera footage showed the blast erupting at what officials said was a warehouse storing fireworks. Rescue teams searched through the day for survivors. Special counsel for January 6 resurrection fought for months to view former President Trump's account records from Twitter, now known as X. Court document out today show a federal judge ultimately fined the company $350,000 for failing to comply with a search warrant on time. Voters in Ohio have set the stage for a showdown on abortion rights this fall. On Tuesday, they rejected a proposal making it harder to amend the state constitution. It would have required 60% approval instead of the current simple majority. Turnout was much higher than usual as the two sides pointed toward November and a ballot question that would enshrine abortion rights in the Constitution. President Ohio Physician for Reproductive Rights says that Ohioans would have a say when November comes and we will vote yes. Matt Huffman, Republican senator, says if it passes in November, there's going to be another abortion amendment. Go on after that to repeal that. 6 states have had votes involving abortion since the U.S. Supreme Court struck down Roe versus Wade last year. Supporters of abortion rights have won all 6. An American nurse and her young daughter are free tonight in Haiti after kidnappers released them. They had been held nearly 2 weeks. Nurse was abducted along with her daughter as she worked at her husband's Christian Aid clinic. It's located in a gang-controlled section of Port-au-Prince. U.S. officials welcomed their return but gave no further details. The cost of this year's severe weather across the U.S. is setting records. A leading reinsurance company, Swiss Re, reports thunderstorms alone rack up around $34 billion in insured losses in the year's first 6 months. Wall Street stocks dip as investors wait for the July inflation report tomorrow. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 191 points. The Nasdaq fell 162 points. And the S&P 500 dropped 31 points. Robbie Robertson, lead guitarist and songwriter for the legendary group The Band, has died in Los Angeles. He and the band's 4 other members went from backing up Bob Dylan to their own stardom through the 60s and 70s. In the process, they reshaped the popular music. In 1969, they had a hit called Up on Cripple Creek. Robbie Robertson was 80 years old. Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis had suspended an elected Democratic state prosecutor, calling her soft on crime. And tonight, the prosecutor says she calls DeSantis a dictator who's targeting her to prop on his presidential campaign. Commentator says this is absolutely a political hit job. The prosecutor said that the DeSantis campaign is failing and that he needed something to put him in the national spotlight. She is a progressive prosecutor in Orlando who campaigned on criminal justice reform and was backed by a committee that got money from liberal mega donor George Soros. DeSantis accuses her of refusing to enforce Florida law. Monique Warren's administration of criminal justice in Ninth Circuit has been clearly and fundamentally derelict so as to constitute both neglect of duty and incompetence. The police have criticized prosecutors for being soft on crime, and today's local sheriff praised DeSantis' decision. An American woman from Georgia out from behind bars tonight in the Bahamas after she was charged with a scheme to kill her husband. Let's hear a report from Ann Thompson of NBC News.
Tonight, Lindsay Shiver is released on bond, but she is not free. Accused of conspiring to kill her estranged husband, Robert, the Georgia woman now wears an ankle monitor and cannot leave the Bahamas, where authorities say the plot was hatched. The 36-year-old, along with her alleged co-conspirators, Terrence Bethel and Farron Newbold, appeared at a bail hearing in Nassau this afternoon. In a court document, Bahamian authorities say the trio agreed on July 16th to murder her husband. Bethel is said to be her lover, Newbold, the alleged man. They have yet to enter pleas, and there's no comment from their attorneys.
If the only evidence of this conspiracy is a text message saying kill him with a photograph, and if there was saying kill him with a photograph, and if there was no offer of money or money exchanged, then I think the defense has a strong case here.
Now tabloid fodder, Shiver's Instagram-ready life is unraveling. A former beauty queen, Shiver met Robert, a college football player at Auburn. Married for 13 years, they had 3 children and lived in a multi-million-dollar home in southwest Georgia. But this April, he filed for divorce, accusing her of cheating. She denied that and accused him of domestic violence. Released on a $100,000 cash bond, Shiver must report to authorities 3 times a week as her case makes its way through the Bahamian justice system.
There is a mystery now in one small Florida town where someone woke up a billionaire after winning last night's record-setting Mega Millions jackpot. Let's hear a report from Sandbox of NBC News.
Neptune Beach. In the city of Neptune Beach, Florida, population 7,045. A gigantic question. Who bought that ticket? Do you know who won the lottery?
No, that wasn't me.
It's definitely not me.
A record $1.58 billion jackpot, with the neighborhood Publix proving to be the lucky location.
This is so exciting for this every year. I only buy one ticket. I always say it just takes $2 in a dream.
It's not just the talk of the town, but the nation.
I woke up this morning to a bunch of text messages.
Where were those text messages coming from?
Vermont.
This group of women thought they played their cards right.
Most of us in here bought a ticket and there was no winners because everybody was here.
As speculation bubbles, the Florida lottery rules are clear. The winner needs to claim the prize within 180 days for the annual payments or 60 days for the lump sum of $783 million. As for what to do with it, one idea would be to buy one of the tastiest subs on planet Earth, the Publix Chicken Tender Sub, which at $8.49 you can buy 186 million of these, or for the lump sum, 92 million subs. Some people had other suggestions. What would you buy with $1.5 billion?
Thanks for watching and privilege of your time. This is Amir Shakil 5858. I am a good man. Thank you.